For example, going and taking a dip in a river and looking at the river as a sacred river, oh mother, that way. Is this not a beautiful value? We can discuss it out, we can sit in our room, have an intellectual discussion saying how can river be a god? But that reverence, looking at the river like a mother, like a god, imagine how well you can take care of it. So if you look at our own culture, we worship mountains, we worship rivers, kept them in a place of worship. And in today's world, if we say, let's go to a river and take a dip and take care of the river, worship it, not many will understand. So then you say, okay, we will go rafting. So the same river. Now you brought in another aspect of it, and once they go to the river, they like the river. There's a great feeling the river generates. Somewhere you connect with it. Somewhere to guard it, somewhere to revere it, somewhere to protect. All these feelings come. So use a method, but the reverence part of it should be retained. Let's say we used to do Aarti for a river. That spirit of Aarti should be retained. You may not have to let the lamps float on the river. But that feeling, this is sacred, this is divine, this must be protected. In today's world, imagine that respecting a river has become very, very important. But the water itself was getting scarce. We had temples for water. Respected it as divine. So these, when you see that there are beautiful, significant meanings, maybe little alterations we can do. Go there, pray, you don't have to actually float a lamp if you think that adds to the pollution. But going there, paying respects, it does generate great commitment to take care of the river. So there is a greater value to it. Maybe little alterations we can make, but the spirit for what the tradition stood, that should not be lost. Touching parents' feet, touching elders' feet. What is that for? It's a traditional practice. In today's world, imagine, as people age, how lonely they feel. Neglected, ignored. And sometimes this is quite long years. Someone gets retired, let's say at the age of 60, 65, and have to live till 85, 20 years. Not bothered, absolutely alone, left off. But look at our culture and tradition, touch their feet, respect them, worship them. It may not be I bend and touch the feet, but that reverence which it had should be retained in some form or other. All our traditional people, everybody follows tradition. You celebrate your anniversary. Is that not a tradition? Why do you celebrate? Anniversary. Year after year. You celebrate New Year. What is new in that? When you have your rational mind questioning different traditional ritual practices which we have, religion, etc. But these are, imagine the various things which we have. They are also rituals. You retain them because you find it very required. So the spirit of it has to be retained. And in whichever way physically you have to retain some of them, please do it, because otherwise, without that kind of an expression or demonstration, the next generation will not even know what it is. And don't do it blindly either. Understand why it is needed. Today we have enough information about various practices which we do, why we do them. Earlier, such a knowledge was not stored. Today it is stored and saved. So you just, over a click, you know why you have to practice various things. Enough explanations are there. Some could be very, very relevant, and some may not be relevant. When you find something like that, we can always discuss. I found this on the net. This is saying so. Is it the real significance? That can be clarified, but informations are there. So blindly not following, understanding why it is to be done, and consciously retaining some of them so that there is a method by which you hand over. Hoisting a national flag is tradition, is a ritual. Celebrating birthdays is traditional, is ritual. Anniversary. You see, different things we do. Similarly, going on a yatra or daily practices like lighting the lamp and stuff like that has to be consciously retained. Otherwise, from grandfather to grandson, grandparents to grandchildren, quite a few is lost. In this way, if we go, probably we would be left with no practices, and that isn't good.